Without further ado, I'm just going to go in and look at the number of courses, the range of courses in media, from Media and Broadcasting National Diploma Level 5, Journalism Diploma, which is a higher National Diploma Level 6, Radio Programming and Production Diploma, which is a HND Level 6, a Music Performance and Management BA Honours Degree Level 8. I'm going to hand over to Simon Maher, who's going to talk about the Media and Broadcasting National Diploma Level 5. Hello, Simon. How are you today?
Not too bad, Ken. Yourself?
Good, good.
Good. Well, I'm just going to talk briefly about what the National Diploma in Media and Broadcasting is and what it's designed for. It really is, but it's a foundation course, obviously by level, but it's designed really for people who want to do one of two or three things. One is they know they have an interest in media, but they're not 100% sure what that interest consists of. Two, there are people who are perhaps postgraduates and they're looking at maybe do something to add practical skills to a theoretical degree. Or three, they are people who are returning and want to upskill, and have decided that, okay, I want to go back and learn more about technologies. And it's happening right the way through the media. There's so much convergence now. Even people who would have applied for this course 10 years ago would have been a radio person or a TV person or a journalist or whatever it was, whereas now everything has come together. So you'll see by the modules there in front of you that there's a good mixture, and it's sort of a touch on every possible selection. So there is stuff across presentation techniques, across broadcasting, so that's across all forms, audio visually, interview skills as well, which is really taking advantage of the whole new world of one-on-one. It's become a big thing again in media now. Music-based radio programming as well, which is always going to be a big thing and a big employer. And a lot of people from this course go on to the HND and radio afterwards. Marketing and PR, which is a big one, because both internal communications within companies and then companies who come along and say, we know we need to be on social media. We know we need to be somewhere, but how do we get there? An understanding of TV technology gets you into a television studio and actually doing the work. So likewise with the radio studios, it's not that you're sitting with somebody standing at a chalkboard. It's the actual work is being done and you're getting to do it, getting to use the cameras, getting to learn to vision mix, learn to multi-track in audio, getting to make commercials. There's then research techniques, which is a very important part in the world of this, and Jan will talk later on when she's talking about journalism. The world of fact-checking and truth is still a very important thing. Very important part of the world, which is going to be working freelance in the media industry, because that is so important now, because so many people will work as freelancers or contractors. And then a module that we added this year to our group, and it's only a small group, from a class maybe of 15 people, is photography and photographic practice, because we figured that modern media is so very visual now that we needed to get people to a point where they needed to be able to take really good photographs. And whether that is something that's very serious, so like it's in current situations, like sort of war photography, or something very, very personal, that's just something that you're going to publish on your own social media, but it's a really good one to have. So we're delighted to have added that to the course this year. So what people generally do afterwards then is they will decide to specialize in wherever it is. Some people use this course as a pre-university course before they go on to do communications or journalism or whatever. But obviously what we'd love people to do is do our one-year foundation, then specialize, and then stay on and do the degree in Ballyfermot College as well. That's me.
Simon, thank you very, very much. And if you want to apply for this course, it's on bcfe.ie, upper right-hand side, apply. Places are limited, so apply now at our website. So moving on to the Journalism Diploma, HND Level 6, Higher National Diploma Level 6. Hello, Jan. How are you today?
Hi, Ken. I'm very well, thanks a million. Can you hear me?
I can indeed, yeah, absolutely. Apologies, yes, I can hear you.
All right, yeah. No, I'm Jan Redmond. I'm the coordinator of the HND in Journalism and Content Creation. MJH, it's a 2-year journalism course that focuses on the core multimedia skills, audio, video, photography, and writing. It will prepare students to work across all platforms: social, mobile, broadcast, digital, and print journalism. And the course has a very practical emphasis, with simulated news days in first year and a work placement in second year. Just a quick look at the first year subjects. You have journalism practice, which is the nuts and bolts of news writing and editing, media law and ethics. Journalism and society looks at the role of the journalist and the social and political context in which they work. And then you've creative media industries, which looks at media as a business. Professional practice, where you'll be planning your career and assessing personal goals. Digital photography, you learn about visual language and understand photographic equipment, techniques and processes, with a big emphasis on mobile phone photography. In radio production, you learn how to use audio recording and editing equipment for both live and pre-recorded radio shows. You'll also be making programs in our digital touchscreen broadcast studios. You'll be also reporting out and about using your mobile phone as an audio recorder, and learning how to use editing software on your phone and in our digital editing booths. In digital page design, you look at traditional and experimental page design. You'll get to create professional page design for newspapers, magazines, and online publications. And just this year, we've included designing social media campaigns. Also in first year, individual project, where you develop a portfolio of media content within a chosen genre and topic. So just say you want to be a sports journalist, you can dedicate this module to developing a portfolio of sports journalism content. And then back to the second year modules, you've advanced journalism studies, where you learn to create mobile audio and video packages using a smartphone, which is very much on the money in the 21st century. Social media practice, you're using social media both as a research tool and a platform to enhance your digital profile. In documentary, you'll make a short video documentary. In professional development, you'll work closely on your portfolio, assessing career options and plans for further ed. In collaborative project, where you work with other class groups in BCFE to create digital content for the student social, which is BCFE's dedicated online student newspaper and website. And then in specialist journalism, you create a portfolio of media content in at least 2 specialisms. Could be sports, entertainment, social affairs, tech, health. You choose, it's your choice. In podcast production, you'll create and distribute a six-part podcast series. And in work-based learning, then you go out into the workplace, be it RTE, News Talk, the Irish Times, Off the Ball, Joe.ie, Tala Echo, it's up to you. And throughout the year, we run a series of workshops with media practitioners. Just the other day, we hailed Conway in from RTE doing a workshop on mobile journalism. And our graduates, they work in a variety of media organizations, newspapers, magazines, digital content creation, corporate communications, social media marketing, advertising, radio, TV, podcasting. So there's a wide area of avenues you can go down. If you want to talk to me about the journalism course, join the breakout room. I'd love you to come to BCFE and study journalism, because it's a life less ordinary and it's a great course, if I may say so myself. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you very much, Jan. And just remember, people can ask questions in the Zoom chat, and there are teachers here to available to answer those questions also in the Zoom chat. And after each course area today, we will be opening up a breakout room dedicated to that course area. Thank you very much. Now moving on now to radio programming and production diploma, a higher national diploma at level 6. Hello, Bernard. How are you today?
Hi, how are you, Ken? Well, yes, I'm Bernard. I coordinate the 2-year radio programming and production and podcast diploma. It's 2 years. All the teachers on it are all industry based. We've all been working in industry for years, so very practical. I suppose rather than go through a list of the modules, if I set a structure, in first year we tend to concentrate on music radio. So all the things you're looking at there fulfill into kind of putting on music radio with other spoken content that relates to the music kind of industry as well. And that would kind of culminate in, usually, last 2 years aside, but in the setting up of an FM radio station to Dublin, where the students for a full week would showcase all the work they've been doing in that sense. If we go on to year 2 then, that tends to be very much a spoken thing. It's all documentaries, podcasting, things like that. And we don't set a specific task, a specific thing. We have all the assessments designed around students being able to do what it is they'd like to do. So they have their areas of expertise and they kind of move on into that. And we've just this year just done a deal with Acast, which is one of the biggest podcast companies in the world, which we're pleased to say the head of and the content is being run by one of our ex-students, Jennifer Dollard. And that means our work is going to be especially showcased on there. Now, some of that work as well would traditionally go out on the what we'd call the first year radio station to Dublin. So we have that going along there. We would have a very, very high input rate of students going on into the degree, but I suppose what we're within the college, but I suppose what we're most proud of is we absolutely dominate the industry, and we have official internships with quite a number of stations. But a question we often get asked is there work experience? And we'd say not alone is there work experience, but most of the students are already paid in industry whilst they're in first year and second year. And I suppose one of the more interesting facts was for a small college and a small course where we might have about 15 people a year, we've had 4 people go to the biggest radio station in the world, that's BBC Radio 1. And at the IMROS the year before last, 20% of everyone nominated for an award was one of our former students. So hopefully that's it. And they'll be available in the breakout room afterwards.
The breakout room.
Not a Freudian slip, I can assure you.